Slow.
He's like, if you had $1 million, what would you do? The biggest part of success is when preparation meets opportunity. A lot of people, they're waiting for the right opportunity, but they're not prepared for it. If someone gave you the money right now, what would you do with it? You have no fucking clue. You don't have the experience to do anything with it, and you don't have a plan of how to execute. I did.
Yeah. Well,
I had a
haven't thought
warehouse,
about it.
I had inventory, I had what I wanted to buy, so I broke it down for him. Came back a week later, brought his partner. He's like, this guy couldn't stop talking about you since he met you. He says, we need to invest in you. He's like, tell me about yourself. So, sold this guy on me. A week later, they gave me a check for $1 million. We bought inventory, fucking hit it out of the park, right? And then at the time, I'm building our Fearless Hills location, which is the location that everyone knows about. You know, it's huge and it's under construction, but I don't have the capital to finish it because again, I jumped off this cliff. I was like, I'm gonna figure this shit out. I signed that lease during COVID, right? When no one was signing leases. I took a 70,000 square foot fucking building when nobody was signing leases. But again, I played offense while other plays defense, right? When there's blood in the streets, fortunes will be made. No one wanted to sign a lease. This building that I occupy should be 100 G's a month. I pay $30,000 a month for it.
And that's right in Philly or right outside Philly?
It's right outside of Philly, and I locked it in for 20 years. At a 20-year lease, I have 10-year lease, 2 5-year options. So I was like, and I got a year and a half rent free. Because again, no one was signing leases. They're not losing anything because no one's gonna lease it anyway.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, as I make money, I'll just keep dumping it into the business. I'll build this wall, I'll build this wall, I'll put the electric in this month, I'll put flooring in the next month.
Piecemeal it.
Yeah, exactly. So then the market crashes, Ukraine gets invaded, and everything fucking goes to shit, right? Any money I had in the market, in the stocks, in crypto, went down to shit. But life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. If that didn't happen, I wouldn't have done what I did next. I went back to them, I was like, look, I want to raise capital. Here's what I'm doing, here's my grand vision for Fusion. We're gonna be the Apple of fitness. We're not just a gym, we're an experience. We're all things fitness. We have a restaurant, we're gonna have apparel, we're gonna have equipment, we're gonna have the facility, we're gonna sell franchises. Here's the full model we're gonna do. Then he invests $10 million into the business, and we finish that location. We revamp our Grand Ave location, and it literally takes off like a fucking rocket, like a bat out of hell. But again, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. It's called your RAS. RAS is your reticular activating system. When you have a goal set in mind, that's why they say that any great entrepreneur you listen to, any self-help book you read or you listen to, they'll tell you write down your goals. Because when you write down your goals, they become vivid, they become real. And then your RAS, your reticular activating system, the part of your brain that is responsible for finding opportunities where you would normally see obstacles, you're gonna find opportunities. You're gonna start looking around. You're gonna start doing shit to get you towards that goal. So I had that goal, and I had exactly where I wanted to be. And so where other people would see an obstacle, like, oh, everything's going to shit right now. No, everything's going to shit. So investors with money are not buying real estate, but your cash can't sit in the bank. They got to do something with it that's going to bring them back a greater return on investment.
They need leverage
than inflation,
on people.
right? And they need something that's going to bring them back capital. Money is the cheapest thing in the world. Everybody has it. Once you're a millionaire, right? Once you're worth 10, 15, 20 million, well, what do you want to spend the money on? Once you have liquidity in the bank, it's actually not a good thing, it's a bad thing because it's evaporating because of inflation. So they need to put it into something that's going to give them a greater return than inflation. So where most people don't try to raise capital because of the war in Ukraine, because of how shit the economy is, because Biden in office, they needed to put that money somewhere. And I was like, there's no better place for them to put that money than with me.
Yeah, you're your best stock.
Exactly. So I went there, I sold them on me, I sold them on the business. They invest $10 million into the gym so we can finish our revamp our grand location, finish our Fearless Hills location, and literally we take off like a fucking rocket ship.
How many gyms are you at now?
We're at 3.
3, and you recently have been looking at buying this mall, which is like a massive square footage.
Mini malls.
Mini malls. Are you moving forward with that? What's going on with that? That looks interesting.
Donald Trump is one of my favorite authors, one of my favorite entrepreneurs. He says the person that cares less wins, right? So for every one deal you want, negotiate 5. Mm-hmm. So we're negotiating 5 different leases. We're negotiating 3 different purchases. And then when they're all negotiated, we're going to put them all on the table and we're going to cherry pick the best one. Mm-hmm. So we're looking at, because of the NDAs we've signed, I can't tell you what malls we're looking at, but we're looking for, we're looking at a few malls that they're practically dead. There's 80, 90% vacancy. There's no value to add. But with putting a Fusion there, We're bringing a lot of value. We're making a centerpiece of the town. You know, I joke around and I say we don't own a gym. We're building a fucking city. We're building a town. You know what I mean? I call it the Fusionverse. It's not just a gym. It's an experience. It's your third place. There's 3 places in a person's life, right? Starbucks is a very successful business, not because they're great at selling coffee. They're great at selling an experience. Howard Schultz is also one of my favorite authors, right? He said there's 3 places in a person's life. There's home, there's work, and then there's your place. I'm building your place. So if you work out or you love fitness, I'm building your place. What I mean by that is not just the gym. It's your place. It's where you go to unwind,
see your people, hang, yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah, so like at our new location, we just finished building our beer garden. So we have a full restaurant, fast casual restaurant, just like Chipotle, but flavors from all over the world. So you can go there every single day, not eat the same thing twice. And the menu changes every single month based on the seasonality of the fruits and vegetables that are available. We just built a beer garden. People like beer and drinking and working out. I'm like, yeah, just because you work out doesn't mean you don't fucking indulge in life, right? People aren't going there to get fucked up. They're going there, having a few beers, hanging out with people that they can connect with, that have a lot in common with. They're watching the game. They're doing work on their computer. We have super fast Wi-Fi. Like our beer garden is 15,000 square feet. And then our outdoor gym is another 60,000 square feet. The inside of the facility is 70,000 square feet. So it's an experience.
A barbershop in your other gym.
We have a barbershop. We have a salon. You know, we have a retail shop opening. We have a spa opening. So it's a community within a community. So that's why we're able to take spaces so large that most people, they don't have use for. Like you can pick up these malls for 20, 30 cents on a dollar. They might be 40, 50 million dollar properties we're going to be able to pick up for 10, 15 million bucks.
Now, will you guys buy the actual property or just get it in a lease?
No,
they're usually owned by big REITs.
Yeah, and the REITs, they don't want these spaces anymore because malls are dying. Either your malls are a fucking hit, like Cherry Hill, like Short Hills
Very
Mall,
select
like
locations.
King of Prussia, like your high-end malls. And then you have your neighborhood malls that are dead, that are 500,000-600,000 square feet. Well, once you put a massive anchor tenant in there, put batting cages, indoor soccer fields, indoor football fields, you have paintball.
Is that what you want to add into that?
Yeah, we
mall
want to build a
vision?
sportsplex.
Yeah.
You know, we want to do all things fitness under a roof. And
What is that, Lifetime? Is that big one? They have a bunch of pools.
Yeah, Lifetime, though, their pool is bigger than their fucking gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they have like 8 pools. They're building one right off 109 in Red Bank by my office.
Yeah, see, the problem with that is, right, they're building it not for the average person. They're building it for the upper class. It's $200 a month. Not everyone can afford that. It's a fucking car payment.
What's your gym going to cost?
$69 a month.
It's going to stay 69 even in the big mall space.
$69 a month. And everything else is a la carte. Like you want to buy a meal, you're paying for that. You want a barbershop, you're paying for that. You want to buy some apparel, you're paying for that. You want to buy a beer,
But it's a
you're paying
one-stop
for that.
shop. If you want it, it's here.
Yeah, right?
Some months you do it, some months you don't.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But the experience is here for you. You're going to go there. You're spending this money anyway. We all eat out.
Yep.
I'm just making it more convenient, more affordable, and more delicious.
And it's on par most of the time probably with fitness.
It's completely on par with fitness.
Yeah.